Hi, this is Lucy, and today I'm going to show you how to build my little glamping site in the woods. You will need catwalks for some things, but I will give you alternatives, and you will also need a flamer trap for some things as well, but again I can probably give you a fudge if you need it. If that is something that you are interested in, please stay tuned. So I decided to build a glamping site because I used to like camping and glamping, and Bethesda recently had a competition to build a campsite or a camping site, should I say, but unfortunately it was only open to players in the United States of America and Canada, or in the continent of North America, although I think Mexico's in North America as well, but you know what I mean. So, yeah, I couldn't enter, but I thought I would have a go anyway, as it was something that used to be close to my heart. So I will give you a quick tour. We are, first of all, down near Greg's Mine Supply. Mama Dolce's is up here, the vault is over here. Early in the game I actually used to build in this area just a little bit further up the stream, and if you want to see one of my first camps, I think Wasteland Doverkin about 5.5 years ago, did a tour of my Swiss chalet. So we have this bridge, and it's part of the fortress set. It has these legs underneath. We have a canoe, but I'm not sure you get very far down here. And of course it won't go in the water because boats don't go in the water in Bethesda World. We have our tyre swing. We have a little tent for the kids. It's got lots of toys and stuff in it. We have an outdoor sort of sitting area with a fire. We have some animal signs. I don't think we actually get these. Actually, I don't think we get these. Don't get these in this area, or this particular area. Do get rad stags, I guess, in various parts of the forest. We have an archery target. Can't really see the... There we go. Because of the shade. I could not get the arrows to go in it, which is just... Why? Why? So that's why they're on the floor. I did manage to get a knife in the top, but yeah. We have an outdoor picnic area with a projector of Hypnotoad. I don't know why they didn't do something nicer for that. We have our tiki torch out here and our beehive, maybe to detract from the smell of the porter cabin toilets, portaloos even, whatever you want to call them. So I decided to use these in the end. I thought they just looked a bit nicer. So we have this outdoor bathroom area. I have my Lucy patented water recycling system there with a bucket. We have the outdoor shower, which is why there's not a proper roof on there, because rain needs to fill the bag up at the top. There's usually an NPC here, digging for gold or panning for gold. I did use this stash box because it kind of fit the theme of the camp. There's a little chill spot here. So the main attraction. By the way, I can't remember the last time I did this, or if I've ever done it. There is no workshop. I have a workshop in my Vault utility room. This shelter, for those of you who remember, is Larry's lair, and the first part is a full workshop, so I don't usually like doing it. The one advantage I have found, because I've been using this camp, is that if I have to quickly do something, I don't have to worry about enemies attacking me while I potter about in my workshop. This is the treehouse. We have a kitchen eating chill zone down here for if the weather's a bit nasty, I guess. I did use the stone oven, although I have heard since the last update that this will no longer work. And that is in fact correct. So, and don't get me started on the half upper floors. Do not get me started. I've reported it as a bug because I cannot believe that this is intentional. It's going to cause lots of chaos for people that do not have catwalks. Obviously kitchen counter, I use the little camping signs, we've got some board games, picnic table. Upstairs we have the sort of sitting room bedroom area. This candle came from the Mothman event, I believe. We have a bottle of wine, so definitely no children up here. And depending on your tree placement, you may be able to just drop through. No, I can't. Sometimes you can. I have built this camp a few times for various reasons. Ask George. Wasn't his fault. I was trying to show something and I got it stuck. Right, anyway. Another Mothman thing I meant to mention was this, the moths. I was absolutely bitterly disappointed with this. We have all these giant creatures. I assumed that these little photo frames or these little display frames would house one moth, not potentially 6, I guess, that are so small you can't see them. So, yeah, that was a big disappointment to me. Obviously the treehouse goes around a tree. I use a blueprint. I will show you, I'm not going to show you during the video how to make the blueprint because I have 2 videos already of how to make this blueprint easily, one with catwalks and one without. I will link them down below. Obviously if you don't want this bottom part, the top half will float and you could have just a floating treehouse. It's up to you. So, right, now I will show you how I built it. So, camp widget placement. Here is the stream. Because I wanted to get the bridge in, I placed my camp widget between these 2 pine trees and sort of further towards the one at the stream. Check that the camp area goes just beyond the stream here and the bridge went here. To do that I just created a blueprint with some of these catwalks and just waited for the turret to kill all the ghouls so I could carry on. I just added some more catwalks on here like so. And I put the legs on underneath, like so. Don't forget to pick up your power conduit. This is slightly raised compared with the floor object. The way I did this, a friend and patron, Purple Haze, came up with this idea. She actually asked me how to do it and then did it and I'm like, well yeah, that works. Place your catwalks. We need 2. Like so, and then a stash box like so. you can make a lower one, possibly use something lower. This one. Take a floor object. I always use conduits because these power connectors, because everybody has them. And then just blueprint the connector and the 2 catwalks. And that's how I did that, so it's raised up, so it doesn't sort of intersect with the ground. And you should still be able to walk over it. It's low enough. Yeah, there we go. Now, the most important thing, which is the main building. I'll just move my camp widget out of the way. I wandered around and I had a look at trees, and the only tree that I could find that it would go around is this one here. By this one, I mean this type. There are quite a few, they're all over the place in the forest, so there may be other places that you can find. I couldn't get it around this one. I think it was too close to this rock. When you place a blueprint, the foundations flip in, but the game, you still need enough space around so that you would be able to place the foundations if they didn't flip in. So the game can be a bit tricky with that. There's also one up here that I couldn't get it around, so this one here was the one. Now, I'm not going to show you how to build the blueprint because it is one that I have done 2 videos on, one with catwalks and one without. This is the blueprint. And what you're going to do is you're going to rebuild this, but you're going to add 2 stories, and you are going to make sure that you remember to remove the foundation in the middle. I will put the links down below to the videos on how to make the original blueprint. Is that on? Nope. So you basically make the same blueprint, take out the foundation in the middle and add another story, and it should look like this. Now this is an absolute pain to place. It is an absolute pain. I will not lie to you. You will tell me that it will not go down, and I have had problems. I actually built this camp for various reasons about 4 or 5 times. And I think on the 4th time I just could not get it to go down. Part of it is, as you can see, I can't really line up where I want it to go because there's lots of stuff in the way, and I can't get a good viewpoint because I can't pull it any closer to me. So it really is just a matter of blind luck. So you'll probably spend about half an hour doing this. And sometimes you will get it to go green and it still will not place. And we have it! Finally. Didn't take me half an hour, did take me a few minutes though. Make sure the tree is in the middle. Obviously lower these ones down. It will only go down if the tree is in the middle, so you should be fine. Now, if you do not have catwalks, you are not going to be able to replace the foundations with roofs and put the lower walls around. Unfortunately, we no longer have downward snapping, so you can't attach a wall underneath another wall, it won't snap. We used to, but Bethesda decided they hated floating camps because obviously they, you know, break the game, make things unfair for other no, none of those things really, they just don't like them. And it made absolutely no difference because we found lots of other ways to make floating camps. So to be honest, I think they should put it back. Right. So if you do not have catwalks, you are going to have to live with it with foundations. You can change them to the wooden ones. It will look like, you know, it's floating then. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if you built your if you built the blueprint with the wooden foundations, then, you know, you're fine. It doesn't matter which foundations you build this with. Right, if you do want to have the floating sort of base, go around and put a row of foundations all the way around. I'm actually going to use the ones I have stored before I run out of build budget. Right, just go around and put foundations all the way around like so. Right, we're now going to take the foundations out from the inside. Be very careful when you're doing this, because if you mess it up, you will have to start again, and it will probably make you cry. It would make me cry. Take a catwalk. Now, you have to do this with the barn walls, don't ask me why, and then swap them to the pavilion set. There is a reason. I can't remember what it is, but there is a reason. Go around and add walls like so, all the way around. Remove your catwalk. Remove these foundations. Now, I said this in my board cube, you will have to put a foundation down somewhere in the build to, otherwise you can't build any walls or roofs or so. Place that one over there. Right, now we are going to put roofs. We're going to attach roofs to these walls. Now, before we do this, there is one little thing. Work out where you are going to put the stairs. Now, I put the stairs here. Staircases only come in one size. And this, i.e. one whole floor, this is raised up. Now at the back here by this tree, we'll just get rid of the tree for a minute because it's in the way. In relation to the build, the stream is over here, so it is at the back of the build. The ground rises up a bit away from the now if you can see there, if you do it there, you've got a step. You might not be able to walk up it. Try it. This seems to be the sweet spot. You will also be able to tell because it'll be right next to the edge of the thing. Before we do the top one, we're going to do the bottom one. And we are going to add a quarter catwalk on the inside and a quarter on the outside, and add one of these, or any kind of staircase, like so. When we take the inside one off, that will disappear. We can put the catwalk back on after we've done the roofs. So, put the roofs on. Come on, go on. Now, because of the overlaps with these, you can usually do 2 at a time. So put 2 on, flamer trap them. It's easier to do it from the outside. It will probably destroy the underneath wall, but that's fine. So just go around and need it on a stash box. Make it high enough. Move this once, we'll be able to move that freely and it will stay connected. Do this one. Store this. Add 2 more roofs. I have found today that my snapping seems a bit not as snappy as normal. This is my first build since the update. Add the last roof. Right, once you've got them all on, go to your camp widget and repair all. And then just flatten these down. Actually, I'm not going to stand there, I'll be in the way in a minute. Right, just flatten these down. Obviously you don't have to use these roofs, these are the RIP roofs. I am rather fond of them because I think they're about the only thing that look like a wooden floor that we have in a roof. Like so. Right, we can add the quarter catwalk back for this there. And we will place this. This is a blueprint. It is a floor object, a staircase and a catwalk, and we will add this in here. Obviously you can use any catwalk, it's just the one that I had already made up, the blueprint. And we can just swap this to, no we can't, we can just scrap it and add a wooden one. Like so, and swap the staircase out to the wooden one. Don't forget to pick up your floor object. Right, next, change all of these walls to closed full walls. And the reason is you cannot access the pavilion set because it hasn't got a doorway. So change these all quickly to plain walls. Just on the bottom for now. Oh, you'll see why in a minute. Right, pavilion set. Obviously the places you want closed, put the ones with a railing, and the places you want as doorways, put the open one. Now the one at the back, which is completely directly opposite, I put the open one because I put the big stone fireplace in there. It's up to you. You don't have to do what I do. Right. The doorways on the top, before you change them, I found it easier to add the curtains on the doorways. Just go around and place, I mean this is obviously, if you want them, they are a bit of a pain, just go around. I'm doing it quickly. Don't do the one where you've got the steps. Like so. Obviously if you want to change these up to match, there we go, and the top. And we will just change these to plain walls again. I could not get, if you're wondering about the curtains, I changed these to windows originally and I couldn't get the curtains to go on. You can try putting another roof on the outside and removing it, that might work, but I just thought it was easier to do that. up to you. Again, we need the open one for the steps and the closed ones everywhere else. So this is your tree yurt, whatever you want to call it. If you've ever seen any of these glamping sites, you have... I like camping. When I started to get ill, me and my ex went glamping instead, and he loved it so much he gave my tent away. My Outwell tent that I spent 9 months saving. Don't even get me started. So yeah, you get tree houses, you get shepherd's cottages, camping, glamping pods, all sorts of things. So this was sort of a nod to that. Down below we are just going to change these out to these pavilion half walls, and that is pretty much it. And get around the tree. I think the reason I used the barn half walls was I couldn't attach the roofs to these for some reason, so there we go. And make sure you can get up the stairs and everything works. Yay! You can, if you're in a rush, depending, you can drop through. I used to do that to get to my cooker quickly. Right, next we're going to do the bathroom area. You will need catwalks to do it this way. If you don't have them, then just put it on foundations. It's up to you. This is a free place half wall blueprint. You just basically attach a half wall to a foundation, add a small catwalk and a floor object, and blueprint those 3 things, and you should be able to just free place your half wall. Do that. We are going to take some roofs. I used these roofs, but you can use any. Add a flat roof like so, and then you can attach a sloped roof on this side. You can remove this roof, flatten this out. Okay, that didn't work. Right. Be aware. I'm sure I did it here. Maybe it was over here. Be aware that obviously your roof can go under the ground, and try it over here. I'll leave that in so that you can see that this happens. And this one won't go on. We're doing well today. It's because the roof needs to be this way. Right. See what happens when we flatten that one. It is above the ground. Right, place your roof, and then you can just attach other roofs. So it should be 1 by 3, like so. Now to build the this tree is annoying me. I'm going to put this foundation over it. To build the actual walls, you can just free place all of them, but what I tend to do these days is the same with the other thing, a blueprint for a full wall. We're going to, probably this one, we are going to try and line this up on this roof. That will be the only one I am free placing. The rest will be connected, and what I'm going to do is basically just put a full catwalk and then just attach another wall to the catwalk. You can remove the catwalk. Quarter. A turn and another quarter. And you can now place this wall in. And it will be perfectly aligned. Take the first catwalk off, they'll all disappear. To do the half walls here, place a full catwalk this way, then a half and a quarter, so you're 1 3/4 away from this line. We are going to attach a half wall, so it's hanging like that. Then I'm trying to work out, no, it's a quarter, isn't it? Attach a quarter catwalk like so. You usually need to put one on the inside, so you can attach one on the outside. Attach a half wall. And take all of this off. Remove that. And to do the one at right angle corner, we want a quarter, a turn, a quarter, and just attach your half wall. And there we go. So that's the bathroom area. You just need to turn these into full walls. And then you can turn them into the pavilion set. Like so. Obviously I put a roof on. I used the pavilion roof because the shower that I used has a bag of water on top, so you need to fill it, I guess. Put vines on, all the other stuff, and here obviously I just put the portaloos. You can put more half walls if you want, just the same as before. I mean, you can build whole houses like this if you really want. Come on. Yeah, I think when doing these, I don't seem to be able to get a catwalk on the other side of this, so if you want walls on this side, just convert it back to the barn temporarily. As we know, the barn set works for everything. Although it's being a pain. There we go. No, got it. And then quarter, turn, making sure it's going in the right direction, quarter, half wall. Convert these to pavilion set. And hopefully we can still get 2 toilets in there. Well, you might not want 2 toilets. It's up to you. I mean, you can use the mole rat one if you want. I think it'll only go on the ground, but you could probably lift this up and flamer trap it. And then place the mole rat toilet. If you don't know what the mole rat toilet is, I will show you in a second. Yeah, that works. And you should... I kept the foundation because we wouldn't have been able to place these walls. Should be able to just walk... Oops, I can't walk up there. Never mind. Could on my one, can on this side. So, you know, just play with it and adjust it as necessary. So, I mean, this trick is quite useful. I also did it where I put the small tent because I couldn't get the ground here. It looks flat, but it's not that flat in places. So I did this under the tent as well. I put these roofs on the floor so I could put a rug and sleeping bags without the rug sort of intersecting with the ground. Where I placed the picnic area over here, the rug was intersecting with the ground, so I put a small rug down and then put the bigger rug on top to lift it up slightly. I don't think there's anything else. I mean, most of it, a lot of it was decoration. I built the tent over here. I didn't actually show you in the video, but I had a campfire here. I put it on some stones to raise it up slightly, and I made seats from barrels by merging some round stools down into the barrels and then merging it down into the ground a bit so that they were a bit lower because the barrels were a little bit high. So, yes, I hope you have fun with this. I hope you have fun with these techniques. And, oh, I was going to show you the mole rat toilet. Before I go, here is the mole rat toilet. It's an outhouse with a surprise. So... I must admit, I mean, if you're going to use it, there's no door. You have to do tricks to free place a wall and put a door in. But it's kind of cute, although I kind of think that is a bit high, really, for a toilet. I'm only 5'1", so yeah. But it's something different for a laugh. So I hope you liked the video. I hope you have fun with this and have fun using some of these build techniques. That is all from me today. Thank you for watching.